Hello everyone, my name is Hari Hamanangan and I'm from Group 7. And today I want to present our presentations about online camera rental system development. And this is operating system. First, I want to explain about what is operating system. So operating system is the most important software on a computer. Operating system is the one who manages computer memories and processes, software and hardware, and it also helps you to communicate with the computer without knowing how to speak the computer's language. And this is the online camera rental system. So online rental system is a system software that enables users or customers to rent properties for a certain amount of time. The renting system itself allows users or customers to use properties that are usually too expensive to buy, as items that are on rent are usually priced at affordable prices. And an online camera rental system is a system based on needed analysis and obtained data. The main focus of the system is the convenience of the internet users to be able to see the ready-to-rent and available camera information. And this is the camera rental system application. CI, or Code Igniter, is a PHP framework-based open source application with MVC or Model View Controller created to build dynamic websites using PHP. With using CI, developers can make it easy to create web applications as it is faster and easier than creating it from scratch. And PHP, or Personal Homepage. Personal Homepage is a source server programming language used for problem solving and web development. PHP is recursive acronym for PHP, Hypertext Processors, which is a programming language that is widely used for handling the creation and development of a website, and can be used with HTML. It is used for managing dynamic content, database, session tracking, even wall builds a commerce site. And this is the online camera rental system implementation. So the system design is based on a needs analysis and the data that has been obtained. The main focus of the system is the ACE, which is user can view camera information that is available and ready to rent. And this is the use case user diagram. User can looking at the information owned by the property owner and looking at the information of the available cameras. And next, we have use case administrator diagram. User can log in, add rental owner slots and new type of camera, delete rental owner data, see all user data in its entirety, and log out. And this is the user functional requirement specification. This is the series number and what is needed. Example is software must provide the users with rent-own camera information. So use case is viewing the rent-own information. And software must provide the user with ability to view available stocks of camera. The use case is viewing the near release of or available cameras. And software must provide the facilities for client delivery information data. And use case is sending client information data. Software is allowed to delete sessions from users, and then the use case is logout. Okay, that's it for me. And the next will explain by my friends. Thank you for listening.
My name is Leonard Philip Samatani Pasaribu. I will now continue our group's presentation. So my friend has already explained about the functional requirement specifications for the users. Next, I will explain about the functional requirements on the administrator side. So here we have the same table. Left is the series number. In the middle we have the needs, and in the right side we have the use case, which basically means what these needs are going to be used for. So for series number 00201, we have the needs and the use case. The needs is the software must provide facilities to log in so that only the administrator can manage the system. So in this case, it is used for, well, of course, login for the administrator because it is a necessary need for every administrator to be able to log in to the system. Next is system must provide facilities to add data. So in this case, it is used to add users data or customers data and its variations in camera types. Next, we have the system must provide facilities to delete data. Of course, this is used to delete rental owners data, just in case. And then next we have the delete session. So software can delete sessions from the user. This is used to log out from the system. So we have here we have the list of needs. First is to before renting our camera, of course, customers need to register. So customer will be advised to register first to be able to log in and get access to the web. So it basically means that if you're not logged in, you will have a certain will have access to, but only to a certain extent in the web. After registering, you will have the full access. So you can only rent our cameras and maybe more items after registering. After registering, we will advise the customer to enter the main menu. Here they can rent, order, and the system will then decide if the item that is ordered is still available or it has already been sold out. If the system decides that the item is still available, then the system will ask for the transaction process, which means that there will be a different types of payments that the system will ask. After that, the system will ask for proof of the payment and then after verifying it for a few minutes, then the transaction can be processed. Here we have the validation testing. The test case number 1 is login. It's basically the same as the functional requirements, but here we will validate testing. The first is login series 00101. Our expected result is that the system can run the login process before operating the application further. And then for the result that is obtained, well, basically the same as the expected results. Most of these results are the same as expected, because most of these are simple logics or simple comments. The second is adding user data information. The system can run the process of adding user data information first before operating the application further. So after when customer registers their account, right, we will need to be able to add their data to our database, which then used to process transactions and more. First is sending borrowing data information. The expected result is the system can run the process of sending client data information. So after registering and then ordering, the system must be able to send the client or customer the items, data information, the specifications, and more. And the result that we obtain is the system can run the process of sending client data information. First is sending payment data information. So to be able to proceed with the transaction, the system must be able to send the payment data information, which means that system must be able to send data informations about payment, because there will be a few ways to to send the payment, and then fifth, after sending the payment data information, the user can log out. And then here next we have the administrator validation testing. So this is the validation testing for the administrator side. First is login. Of course, the system must be able to log in before operating the application and operating customers' processes and orders. Second is to view tenant information. The system can run the process of viewing tenant data information. So the system which is run by the administrator will be able to view the customer's data information, which will be used to be put in the transaction script. We can say the script as script. This can be used to for a proof if there's something wrong with the item or there's anything wrong with the house address when we send the camera or the item. And then third is to view all payment data information. This is used to view, of course, payment data informations, but it can also be used to view a history, just in case that a customer is complaining about something about the system. And the obtained result is basically the same as the expected result, because well, since most of these are simple comments, so there's really nothing that can go wrong. So the validation test results is carried out by looking at the conformity between system performance results and the list of requirements. We have already explained the validation testings from our previous tables. So based on the results of the validation test, it can be concluded that the implementation and functionality of the online camera rental system has met the needs that have been described in the analysis stage, just as my friend have explained. So in conclusion, based on the results of design, implementation, and testing carried out, the following conclusions can be made. First is our online camera rental system user application can be used for camera rental owners and prospective tenants to be able to exchange camera information. Second is that administrator application can be used to manage user data in the online camera rental system. Third is the user application for the online camera rental system sends a validation form to the administrator or server application, which will then prove that the prospective tenant has transferred an amount of money for the camera rental payment. The last conclusion that we can draw is the system can display the main screen in less than 20 seconds, depending on the internet connection speed. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.